right, at this point, you've got your face done, your HAC, your highlight and contour. So now we're just doing our fun extras. So you can add some illuminator. I'm choosing to use the cream illuminator. We also have powder ones in different shades. Those are more of a high shine. The cream is more of a low glow. I'm personally right now using perfume number 3, which is the rose gold illuminator, scented with our perfume. I'm putting that on the tops of my cheekbones, under my brow bone, and I just use my finger to apply it. Little on my Cupid's bow, blend that in a little bit. The inner corners of my eye. So the cream ones will not really, so they won't have much color to them. I'm not sure if you can see, but they'll hit the light. You see how it's gonna catch the light and just reflect and draw attention to your bone structure, to your good features, right? And I like to, once I'm finished my lip, I'll tap that in the center of my lip. I usually use the powder ones for that. I'm now moving on to my lips. I'm gonna use the multitasker brush. I'm gonna start with the Suede Lip Liner. You could also use your contour for this. So Suede is great for all skin tones as far as lip liner is concerned. And it's got the same base as our other products, so it's gonna blend super nicely. You can go a little outside your lip if you're like me and you're not blessed in the lip department. Now personally, I've already contoured under my lip a little bit, so got that going on, trying to cheat in all the ways. All right, so we got our lip liner. And then I personally like to use, and sometimes I'll not do the Suede lip liner, and sometimes I'll just use a lip pencil. Kind of depends on what I'm grabbing that day. But I prefer to use a Covergirl Lip Stain, which I'm trying to find and should have had on hand before I did this video. I use this Covergirl Lip Stain because I don't have time to reapply through the day. And while my Seint makeup lasts all day, the lips do not. So, because I talk and eat all the time and drink water constantly. So I put that down first as a base. It's one of those that feels dry if you don't top it with something. So it comes with a little basically clear gloss, but I prefer to use the Seint Solstice lip balm, so that's what I do. I put that down, and then I put my Seint lip color that I want for the day over that, and that way I have it for a couple hours. So right now I'm going to choose to use Love Spell, which is a Seint color. Then I tap my Illuminator over top of that. I try to stay in the lines. That gives me some extra wear time. I like to use the powder one, so I'm going to use Georgia today. I do that right in the center of my lips. Photoshop is probably the one I do the most. So this is real crazy. I went a little too much. It's okay. We're just going to go with it. So that powder will make it last longer, and then I top it with, either you can do what came with the CoverGirl. I mean, this stuff's $7.99, but I use the Seint Solstice Balm. Lip balm. You can use it by itself if you don't like lip color. I use our lip moisturizer. Where's that at? Use our lip moisturizer. You can tell I use it like every day to top my lip color. Or the balm. Or this is the demi balm. I just use something to make it not feel like that dry CoverGirl stuff that I've got going on. So that's lips, easy peasy. That's what I like. I don't really like a bold lip. Obviously my eyes need some work. Let's go do those. All right, so for your eyeshadow, pretty much I do the same thing every day with different colors, but you can do it how you like. I'm gonna always start with a medium matte color that doesn't have shimmer to it. I usually use something in the orange family, like a warmer neutral color. Some of my favorites are Bubba. I also use Chai a good bit. Zion. Sedona's a little dark. Leo, Havana, depending on just kind of the tone of my outfit and the season. I mix that up. Oak can work sometimes, but Bubba is kind of, we call her the underpants of all our eyeshadow looks because you can't go wrong with Bubba. So you're just gonna start with your eye open so you can see what actually shows when your eyes are open, and you'll put that to where you can see it above the crease. Now, if your skin is moving around on your eyes as you age, you'll just want to tap it in instead of swirling and swiping so much. That's a tip to get around that. Then I go with a lighter, brighter shade. Almost every day I use Drift because I love it. Some of the other ones I use are Sis, but if you're looking for that, just kind of a cream off-white with a little bit of shimmer, Drift is where it's at. Can you see it? I hope so. You can always pat it in. Now, I am not using an eyeshadow primer. I don't have time for all that with an everyday. If I were doing like a wedding makeup or something like that, I would do that, or a Halloween costume, or just a day that I really cared. But most days I'm just trying to get out the door. So I will brighten the inner corners. Our powder illuminators are great for that. And just kind of the inner, really should be more like third of my eye. Then I'm going to take a darker shade. Okay, I'm going to use this Revival today. Is that what that is? I should double check for you. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Yep, that's Revival. Oh, look. There's Revival. I'm going to get that on my face. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so I get Revival. It's all over my thumb. I'm going to take my small end of my eyeshadow brush, and I love this step. I'm going to look up. Well, no, I'm going to look at the phone, but you all could look up if you want it, and I'm going to slightly bring that on the outer edge of my eye all the way to about the middle, maybe a little past the middle of my lower lash line. And that is so much softer than drawing on like black eyeliner with a pencil or something, or even brown, because it's going on the outside of your eye instead of the inner part, so it's going to make it look a little bigger instead of closing it off. And now us blondes, I mean, look at me, and just, you cannot see any eyelashes, so we need this more than other people. Now I'm just going to bring it out and up. So I'm going to basically extend my lower lash line to where it doesn't actually exist. All right, bringing that up a tiny bit. And you can, especially those of us, like I said, if your eyes are starting to move around, just going to dot this instead of swiping as much. See how I'm kind of making this kind of angle up a tiny bit? And you can end up kind of filling in a little triangle on the side. You can turn around this eyeshadow brush and fluff it if you need to blend it out. And then as our last step, if the blending is the part that's hard as you age, then just press, 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 right? Nothing crazy. This is just my everyday eyeshadow look, so you can do what you would like. Now I'm going to, and obviously you can make this way more dramatic. I'm kind of just doing what I would do on it every day for work. And then I'm going to choose some kind of shimmery color. You can see I've got lots of favorites. Hot Chocolate's a favorite. Angel's Landing's a favorite. Foxy, you can tell I use a lot. So I'm going to choose some kind of shimmer. I'll show you Hot Chocolate. And I'm going to put that, because we had the light on the inside and the dark on the outside. So I'm going to kind of choose a medium shimmer on the middle, and I'll match that to my outfit sometimes because I'm matchy. So I might use a pink shimmer, a purple shimmer. I like Bend and Snap when I'm wearing purple. I like You Complete Me, Moscow. But Hot Chocolate, Angel's Landing, and Foxy are my main go-tos because they're neutral. And I love a good neutral shimmer. Now, at this point, if you would like eyeliner, we have a Black Friday eyeliner. Some people that will close your eye off more, so you don't want to do it. Let's see if I can actually find my line brush. But you can use our Black Friday eyeliner if you would like, depending on how much time you have. And this line brush is also great for your brows, for filling in your brows. So we'll do that as well. Filling in a little bit with our Black Friday. When in doubt, wing it out. There we go. Cannot believe, there's no way I'll do that on the other side. It just won't happen. That's not how life works. Get a good wing quickly on one side. Absolutely cannot recreate it on the other. Please don't think that doesn't happen to me. It happens to all of us. And then you keep trying to like fix them and make them even, and it gets out of hand real fast. And then you have giant wings that are like touching your ears. All right. Yep, told you. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. All right. Taking this way too long. You can bring some of that on your lower lash line if you would like. Some people, that's gonna close off your eye. So you want to be careful. I don't even bring it, see how I didn't do any over here? Because I don't want to close off my eyes. My eyes are my weaker feature anyway. And if you get these little pieces of fallout from your mascara like I do, then you can use this spoolie to pick it off your face without messing your makeup up. See? You just barely touch it. It picks it up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, wish that wing would happen over here. It's not gonna happen over here. Even if I use the end. Meh. It's not awful, right? It's not terrible. We're gonna leave it. All right, then I'm gonna add some eyeshadow. Nope, I already added eyeshadow. Then I'm gonna add some mascara. We're ready to go. Then I don't know about y'all, but I hate putting on and taking off mascara, but being blonde, it's just a necessary evil. I always start with this white mascara primer. I've used different brands. They all seem to work. It's just they separate my lashes, and I'm not worried about getting it all over the place because it's not black, so it's great. You want to know one of the favorite steps that I forgot is to use, I'm just using this smudge brush. This is what I use to apply the bubba and the drift, is to take that drift and put it under my brow bone. And that really catches the light really pretty. I love taking before and after pictures and seeing that catch the light. So I love putting whatever shimmer color I used on the inner corner of my eye, right there under my brow. Let's do brows, and then we can set if you would like. I personally don't set, but then we'll be done. Right, so let's finish off our brows. So you've got options where brows are concerned. Sometimes I use my contour. I love this cooler contour. It's called Shadow. That's what I use for under my lip and my nose, because it's too cool. See how kind of gray it is for my face. But you have the option to use a cream. And I'm applying with a line brush. See, it's really razor thin. It's got your spoolie on the other end. You've got an option to use your cream or an eyeshadow. So, and obviously you can have me match you to your eyeshadow color. Some of that is a preference. I like a cooler brow. I think it looks more natural. I'm not a big brow person. I don't do like the big powder brows usually. So, because it just doesn't look like me. So I just kind of fill mine in where they're patchy. And at the end, I'm gonna finish that with the brow wax. If you don't know how to map your brows, you know, you're gonna lay your brush here and you're gonna give yourself a dot. That's where they should start. Then you're gonna lay your brush at the edge of your nose, but through your pupil, and that's where it should peak. And then you're gonna lay your brush on the side of the nose again and go through the outer corner of your eye, outer edge of your eye, and that's where it should end. So you see, I'm gonna bring it out just a little bit more than it did. And then I'm just gonna connect those three lines together. So that's brow mapping 101. And you're just going to fill that in. Depending on how much hair you've got there, you can do powder or creams can be the right fit for you. But you see that shadow brow looks pretty natural for me. It's gonna look like my other brow, it's just filling it in where it's a little patchy. I hate to switch to powder for the other brow, but I kind of want to show you that you do have both options. So I'm going to choose one of my brow colors over here, Oak, just one of our eyeshadow colors. And I usually start back here where I'm more patchy when I just dipped in the product, because that's when the most product comes off the brush. You can probably hear a lawnmower in the background, or a weed eater, so sorry. Sorry about it, life happens. I am a real person. Okay, here we go. Fill in the brows. I'm super light on the brows, so it's a preference. Okay, at the end, I'm going to take, this one looks a little warmer see than the other one. It's fine. Y'all know it's all for the sake of learning. I'll do it for you guys. Now I'm gonna take my setting spray, spray my spoolie. This is the Seint setting spray. And then I'm going to take my brow wax and I'm gonna roll that wet spoolie in there. See how it's getting it all picked up? And then I will go through, and that's gonna keep them standing straight all day and all separated and whatnot. Make sure I don't get too much. I like to have my blending sponge handy. You can obviously take your lighter color and really go around your brows to make them stand up. Y'all know the brow tricks, but I'm just kind of on my everyday. I don't even usually do them, but there we go. They're standing up. See how it just really separated them? And they're not gonna go anywhere because we've done setting spray and wax. So it's nice. let's talk about finishing, and then we're good to go. So for finishing, you can use the same setting spray, and you can mist it all over your face. I don't like to do that after I've already done my mascara. I usually do that first if I'm gonna do it. You can also, so I take my wet blending sponge. Now, I like the Seint one better, but you can get some cheaper ones because I'm lazy. If you're lazy like me, I'm just gonna throw them out because I'm not gonna deal with sanitizing them. So I just buy a big pack of cheaper ones. You do need to get it wet to where, look, no water's coming out of it, but this is moist. You can tell because it's way bigger than like a typical dry one, right? So you wanna do that because if it's too dry, it's just gonna take your makeup right off. And if it's too wet, it's also gonna take your makeup off. But it's just right when it's damp. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. It's gonna press it into my skin. It's really nice, especially in the areas where your face moves, right? It might wrinkle. So that's why we have this teardrop shape. So we're gonna do that. And then you can spray. Another reason that I don't wash these that much, I just throw them away. Buy a big cheap pack on Amazon. So you can spray it with your setting spray and set. Now, I don't do this. This is just a disclaimer. You can do this, but I don't use setting spray most days, okay? I use setting spray if I'm gonna, for some reason, like be in a wedding. Other than that, my makeup lasts me just fine all day, but if you're extra oily, a setting spray might be nice for you. Or if makeup staying on is a problem for you, or you're pickier than I am, I don't know. If you want to use a powder, you can also set with a powder. I tell people use the powder you have first, then you can come grab ours because it is super convenient that it sits in the compact. So we've got this powder brush that comes with it. I don't know where my Seint, this is an old one, so you can tell the brush color is going to be a little different. But you're going to take your powder. I love the brush because you can even put up your cream on with it, but you see how it kind of angles down? It fits right in the powder. So it's really nice. You can set with powder as well. Or a lot of our ladies like it loose powder. Coty Airspun's like $5. This is the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. That's what I just have left over because I used Bare Minerals before this, so it's probably like 6 years old. But you know, you can put that on as well. Finishing is optional. Setting is optional. This makeup already has such a nice natural, like skin is made up of oil, right? So it's supposed to shine. That's why we add the shine back. So it already looks so skin-like and it's moving with your face. You see, I don't have perfect skin. I've got wrinkles, I have scars, I have acne. But it still looks like skin. It's still three-dimensional. I freaking love Seint makeup. So thank you so much. And let me know if you need anything specific. Brow colors match, summer shades, concealer shades. I'm your girl.